Okay, so we're doing 6.1, number 7 for Ready, Set, Go. And it gave you very simple directions, but I kind of want to make sure that we're on the same page in terms of language. So it says use the images to figure out whether it's what single transformation. And so the way that I think some of you did it was, yeah, you imagine this being a rotation, right? That was correct because the orientation of this bug is not the same. Meaning the pre-image, he's facing up, and then in the image, he's facing left. So clearly there had to be either a rotation of some sort or even a reflection. So I agree that this is a rotation. And the way I think about this is, oh, I'm going to try to do that on my notebook on the computer and see if it'll show up. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure, so this is a rotation. That's what you guys decided. What I want you to think about is there's a circle. Let me show you. It's going to take a second to show up. But there's a circle that has like, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's a circle and I'm trying to grab his like left little leg and his left little leg. Do you see how he was rotated? Like that was a rotation. He rotated around that. So that's the rotation. Someone else used this point right here as a rotation. So I'm just going to pick up this. Can I pick this up? Let's see. Hold on a second. Pick up this circle and do the same thing here. Except for now we have a slightly different circle, right? Trying to grab both of those there. And what you're seeing is, and I guess I should have left that other circle there. Let me change this guy's color. Maybe that'll help you. Okay. So if I take this circle and I make him a little bit smaller to grab. Is that it? I'm trying to get you guys to see. It's kind of hard. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just trying to move my circles around. Okay. So that's kind of it, but not really. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to look for how this point moved to here. Now, can you guys all imagine that I moved him this way, like this, and then I rotated him? So here he is. He looks like, I don't know, maybe making him a different color. Hold on. He looked like this with his little body. This is the best that you're going to get from Miss Johnson right now, right? So something like this. Does everybody see how there's my ant, right? And then I rotated him down. So it's clear that I rotated him down 90 degrees, but what you're really trying to do is figure out where the center is. And so someone says, Ms. Johnson, I think the center is at 0, 0. Okay. So that doesn't make sense to me because that to here, like, do you see how, Ms. Johnson, that does look like a right angle, right? But this leg of the triangle here and this leg of the triangle aren't the same. So that doesn't make sense to me. So maybe I'll move it over. Maybe I'll move that center over to maybe here. And then you're like, okay, well, that kind of looks like it, right? Kind of looks like the same size. And then I'll say, yeah, maybe. So what you're trying to do is try to find the center of those circles. So whenever you're doing your rotation, you're always going to look for the point, the center, and you're going to look for the how much it's for. So if you don't understand that, that's okay. This problem wasn't even asking you for this. So in reality, the correct answer for this one is simply rotation. I'm just trying to move people along to the next part. So if you got rotation, you are in the right space. Is everybody comfortable with that? If you got rotation, you're in the right space. if you got over here. Now, how come this one isn't a rotation? In your brain, can you explain why this bottom one, I think it's a grasshopper or cricket, why this one can't be a rotation? And someone earlier said, and I like the way they said it, if it was a rotation, like imagine him rotating this way, right? Or him rotating this way, whichever. They're faced the wrong way, right? So if it was truly a rotation, they're faced in the wrong way. That's why this one's a reflection. So for reflections, if I'm trying to move you ahead, where's the mirror? Can you put in the chat where you think, yeah, the mirror is the y-axis. So if you want to get, if you're trying to move to the next level, you're going to say reflection across y-axis. Now, if you didn't know, if you knew the reflection part, that's good. For where we're at right now, that's good. Across the y-axis is actually where I'm going to move you to kind of like pretty soon. Okay. Last one was a translation. The way you're saying translation, this is perfect. But if you're trying to move to the next level, just pick a point. I picked his left, foot, and I said, oh, he moved this much up, and then he moved this much over. Sorry, those are supposed to be on the line, but I can't draw. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. There you go. That's better, right? So he moved up 4, and he moved left 5. So you would say something along those directions. Up 4, left 5 units. All right. Is everybody okay with that? Very good. Okay, next part. So now it says consider the connection between the corresponding points and the transformations. To visualize the pathway, the points must follow between the image and the pre-image. Which of the following statements are true and which ones are false? Draw a sketch in order for you to do this response. So the first one is a reflection. Are the pairs of the corresponding points, are they on parallel lines? So I'm going to go to my reflection, which is my cricket or my grasshopper, and I'm going to choose corresponding points like here and here, and maybe like here and here. And they're asking, are these parallel lines? I don't know, maybe this last one will be this guy right here. Are those parallel lines? Yeah, these are. So this first one is true. That's all they were asking you to do here. And so the reason why you know they're parallel is because you just drew them. What did you guys get for B? The corresponding points in a translation, are they parallel? So going up to my ladybug, I'm going to choose a couple good points. So maybe here is a good point. Oops, that's not a good line. Is that parallel? I'm trying to find good points. Maybe his armpit. I don't know. And then Miss Johnson is just drawing. Like, are you does that make sense? And this point here. Are those parallel lines? Miss Johnson is trying her best, right? Do you guys say yes or no to that? Yeah, these are also parallel. Very good. All right. What about this one? In rotation, the pairs are on parallel lines. So let's go to our first ants. So you're trying to connect, let's see, I think this is a good point here. So that, and then let's see, what's another good point? Like maybe his hip right here. Are those parallel lines? Yeah, very good. Someone said no, those meet, Miss Johnson. Those can't be parallel. So this one's false. Okay. So the last couple ones, it says in a reflection, do the pairs of corresponding points lie on perpendicular line of reflection? So in a reflection, so think about my cricket or my grasshopper, not sure what animal that is, or insect. It says pairs of corresponding points lie on segments that are perpendicular to the line of reflection. So you all told me that my line of reflection was my y-axis. So they're asking, are those lines perpendicular? Is the line connecting his antenna to his antenna and the line of reflection, do you think those are perpendicular? They're asking, can you do this to these little lines? Are they perpendicular? That means perpendicular, that little line. Yeah, I agree. So this one is also a true. It says in a rotation, the pairs of corresponding points lie on concentric circles. So concentric circles, I need you to think about Target. Target's logo is concentric circles. So like this, it looks like this. Circle. Johnson's going to try. That's pretty good. And then circle. That doesn't even look like a circle, Miss Johnson. It just means they have the same center. Okay, so on the rotation, do the points lie on concentric circles? Do the points lie on concentric circles? What do you guys think? So I'm going to try to draw it again. I tried drawing it earlier. Remember with my pink and my blue circles? Let's try this again. I can't do this. It's very difficult. Is that better? That might be better. Something like that. And then, oops. And then I try to grab another set of points. You guys see what I'm trying to do here? So are they concentric circles? What did you guys say about this one? The concentric circles one. True or false? True or false? Yeah, this one is also true. That's what I was trying to depict here with my little circles. And then the last one. In a translation, pairs of corresponding points lie in concentric circles. So in a translation, that was our ladybug. Do these lie on concentric circles? Do you see a circle here? What do you guys think about this one? Yeah, this one's a no. This one's a no. I'll try to draw it, but it's not going to come out funny. It might come out funny, rather. So here's my circle, and I'm going to connect. Let's see. Who should I connect? I'll connect the outer, this guy with this guy, right? His left leg. And then if I did it again, right? Let me see. Maybe his other leg. Do you see how your circles are they're like overlapping instead of concentric? Okay. So now what I want you guys to do is try this number 9. It says perform each translation as described and focus on your anchor points. So here's your little cricket or whatever, and they want you to translate the grasshopper right 4 units and up 3 units. Now I don't expect to see a grasshopper. Right now we know the answer, it's a grasshopper. I don't expect a perfect drawing, but you need to take your anchor points and then put them where they should be. So go ahead and do that, and let me see what you guys get as your answer. And then just while we're at it, this one's asking you to reflect it across this line. So can you imagine what this looks like? So can you imagine that I'm folding this piece of paper along this line? And then this is where would the bug end up? Would he end up over here? Where would he end up? All right. Thank you for listening.